Okay guys, so welcome to this portion of today's video. We're going to cut and make that sloper skirt. Hi guys, welcome back to Tina's sewing class, and today we're going to be actually cutting our sloper skirt fabric, and we're going to be sewing that, fitting that onto the mannequin and see how it looks. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what's going on. Let me know how you're doing in your neck of the sewing woods, okay? Tell me about your project, what I'm doing. If you guys are enjoying it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified when we upload new videos. I'm using cotton fabric, guys, because it's easier to work with when you're just starting out. Later on, we're going to be doing the fancy fabric and the fancy stuff that you're going to so love. So what I'm going to do is, here's our pattern that or sloper that we made, our front and the back, with the back allowance for zipper or placket or whatever closure you're going to use in the back. Sometimes we're going to be doing side closure or front, I should say side opening, where you can put a zipper or placket or pockets here as well. We're going to be doing pockets later on, but for now we're just doing our basic sloper. All right, so this is our back, this is our front, and we're going to cut. So most people will lay their fabric, this is the fold for the front. They'll just lay their fabric like this and cut. But as you can see, for this pattern, we're gonna have leftovers. And I like to use my leftovers to do different projects. So what I'm gonna do is, I fold my fabric like that. And you always cut on the grain, the up and down. The grain runs up and down, so you always want to check to see the weave of the fabric. Cotton mostly is up and down. This is your self edge natural that comes on the fabric bolt or the roll. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold my fabric, so there, get the nice leftover that I can do something with. Not in two pieces, but I get it in full side, so I can use that again to do something else. So this looks great. Sometimes you can even flip your pattern like that to get a better fit. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip it so I have a real nice fit. Okay, all I'm doing is tracing my pattern. So I just trace. Nice. And don't ever forget to put your notches in. This is where you fold for your pleat. And I'm gonna just go ahead and put my dot here. And okay, should be right here. Okay. So this is my first piece, the front, and it's cut on the fold. So my fabric is here, it's on the fold, while the back is going to be cut on the two pieces, because I need for my zipper. So I just go ahead and I mark and do the same thing here. And I put my notch in. That's where my fold will be. And here I put 1, 2, 3. That's my dart. And I'm just going to mark this one through as well. And just catch it over here. That's where my pleat my dart will end, and I just go ahead and notch there as well. So now I have all pieces marked out, and I just make a little clip here, guys, for my to show me where my line need to be knit. And I'm going to go ahead now and cut. And remember that every pattern that you cut will look different and should look different, because everybody have a different body shape. Right? So this is just basic, and I'm going to go ahead and clip for my dart. Alright, so this is our front, and this is our back. You can put pins. If you're doing this for the first, you want to work with pins. I didn't put pins in because I just use my hand as the placeholder here, because I'm so accustomed to doing this. I've been doing this for over, oh boy, lots of years, over 20 years, way more than that too, because I've been sewing since I was a little kid. So I can pretty much do this with my eyes closed. So don't follow me, guys. Put your pins in to hold your fabric together. Now see, I have this nice flat. Instead of having, if I cut it the way I showed you first, I would end up with 2 strips like that. I don't. So now I have a nice piece of fabric that I can use for pockets, trim, other stuff, various different projects. And I like to do that, guys. I like to save on my fabric as much as I can, because I do many different things with my leftovers. Okay, so this could make a top for this if I was sewing for this little size. This is 1.5 yards, and I could actually make her a skirt and a little top out of the rest of this fabric. But I'm going to lay it aside to use for another time, and I'm going to finish up with this. So that's the back of my skirt, and I'm putting my notches in so I know where to fold for my zipper up there, and I know where to fold at the bottom. And at the top I put my notches in for my dart. Alright, so that's the back of the skirt, and this is my front. On the wrong side, and I look for my notches. I find them, fold, and I put my pin in for my dart. So that is 1, and 1, 2, 3, and this is my other one. And guys, it's as simple as that. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing for my back. Alright, so then you turn. Once you sew your darts, you just go right up to your point, start here, and you sew right to your point. Same for the back. Now you just flip your skirt out, right side to right side, Make sure you have the sides correctly. Pin. Okay, guys. Alrighty, so if you notice, you're ending up, when you sew, everything is laying even and you have your extra. So I'm going to go ahead and put the darts in, all 4 of them. I'm going to sew my sides. I'm going to sew my sides, and then remember where this notch is. We're going to notch, this is here, so we're going to sew. I'm going to make a pin here. I'm going to sew, and I should have a notch in the back as well. I'm going to sew it up to here. So this is where I would put my zipper. Alright. So I'm going to sew from here down, and this is where this is left open for my zipper. Alright, guys. I hope that's not too complicated. So if you look, that's what the skirt looks like. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead, put it together. Again, you're going to put your darts in. You're going to sew from here down, leave this open for zipper, and then you sew your sides all the way down. And on my machine, I have the gauge here that helps me to make sure my lines are good. You can definitely, if your machine don't have the gauge, you can put tapes. And I just use this so I don't have to pull my thread all the time. It's just there. So here is the skirt all stitched up. Don't forget to press when you're done, and you want to press your darts on the inside towards the inside, same thing in the back, and you press your seams open, front, sides rather, and your back seams. All right, and this is the allowance, this is the opening where you would add your zipper. We're not adding a zipper here today because it's a sloper pattern that we're making. We're going to check it now for fit, see if we need to do any adjustment. I'm just going to pull this closer so you can see. All right, so this is not really bagging, it's just the way the mannequin sits, but it's nice. And if you notice, my darts fit, they're all matching. And that's what you want. When you get to the back of your dresses, everything needs to fit like that. Neat darts fit, matching darts, and everything looking nice all the way down. All right, so that's the back of it, that's the front. Your seam line is centered all the way down. Same thing for that side. And that's your sloper. That's your full skirt sloper and your top on the neck. Thanks again for watching. Ciao, ciao.